Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of Alphabet Soup. As you know from my episode 1, or if you didn't watch it, I am doing this in post-commentary because, of the fact that this round was really late for me, so, I wasn't actually able to talk when the round was happening, so all of this is being recorded when the round has actually already happened. Just thought I'd let you know. So most of this is actually not going to be about the actual fucking video. So I'm gonna be finishing my story that I was explaining in episode 1. So if you haven't watched that, watch my episode 1 first. Or don't. I like the views anyway, so be sure to watch it. But like, my story will make a lot more sense once you've watched episode 1. Alright, so to add on to the story, basically, to sum it up, I recently had an exchange with a Spanish exchange student, and he was very weird, and he didn't want to talk to me, etc. He just, like, kind of ignored me, and it was really fucking awkward. But anyway, I was explaining some of the tales that happened. And what I wanted to talk about is basically what happened is in like, the weekend we had like, free time to spend with our family. So they could like, I don't know, like adapt our culture or something. It was really weird, but the teachers wanted us to like do stuff in our daily life that we would do in the weekend, like go to your grandma's house and have a cup of tea or something. But since they, when we were in Spain, already just like kind of hung out with friends, we did the same thing. And I went to go laser gaming with a few friends. And we also had dinner there. And I know that he was like, he acted very weird, like when I said that we were gonna laser game, like he said like, ooh, laser game, like in such a weird tone that it was like as if he's like a 5-year-old kid, which I'm pretty sure he actually was, but that's my conspiracy theory. And yeah, it was kind of awkward. It's the same, when I opened my locker at school, we have like these kind of like, locker passes that you can open like the actual lockers with. And, when I opened my locker, he like went in such a weird tone and said, ooh, technology. And like all of this wouldn't have been as bad if those were like some of the only words he actually said to me in the entirety of the time that he was here. That made it a lot more worse. But anyway, like when we went laser gaming, like, the first round I'm pretty sure we did just like a free-for-all round. And then we went, what's it called? Well, I was with like, 2 other friends. And we went like 3 against 3 with like the Spanish and Dutch students. And, basically what happened was we played like 3 rounds in total. And he got last every single time. And I shot him like most of the times as well. Like I shot him like 15 times, and then the next person who shot him like 4 or 5 times or something. It was really sad. But I enjoyed shooting him. Does that sound bad? I think that kind of makes me sound like a psychopath. I swear I'm not, but it was very therapeutic to shoot him. with a laser gun, of course, not a real gun. So that makes it a little bit better, right? Anyway, after that happened, like I actually did pretty well. I'm pretty sure I got like second or third, like most of the time. I did alright. Um, but like after that, basically what happened was we were gonna eat and like we were gonna eat there and they have like a kind of small menu. So we just kind of like well, we had to translate the entire menu for them, of course, because well, they couldn't read it. So then like after we like I read out the entire like menu for all the Spanish students, like I asked him what he wanted and he was like, I don't know, you can pick something for me. Like I spent that into like a decent like 10 minutes maybe trying to explain it the best as I could. And then he just decided like, oh yeah, you can pick for what you want for me. And then I was like, oh no, you have to pick something because I didn't want him to get like disappointed by what I got him. So then he eventually got the hamburger, but it was like hamburger XXL, extra large, extra extra large. And it was quite funny because the hamburger was actually like well, it was like twice the size of his actual mouth. So it was really funny watching him eat it. Especially since he eats like a fucking neon like he eats like he's about like from the I'd say like 9 million years before Christ. Wait, I don't think I said that right. Oh well, you know what I mean. Um, and basically he had like all of the sauce like on his mouth, and it was quite disgusting after that. Like it was funny for a bit, but then I realized that it was like actually like he wasn't trying to be funny or anything. Like this is a serious issue. I was like, and someone help him. He can't eat properly. And it was quite like I was properly ashamed for him. Oh, and it was also really awkward because the waitress actually came by and she was like, "Oh yeah, do you want like?" She asked all of the Spanish students like what they want to drink, etc. Because she didn't realize that they were Spanish, of course. So that was really awkward. But like we settled it. But then another waiter came to ask like if they wanted like a sauce or something with their fries, and then we had to do the whole thing again. Um. I'm pretty sure after that we didn't do much. Um, then of course we just had the like entire like student program. Like it was just like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I don't know why it took me so long to think about Wednesday. Um, oh, I found more diamonds by the way. I'm really on a roll in this game. Um, but like we didn't do much. Like we had to do a lot of boring shit. And like our teacher was like, "Oh my god, that's just Dutch culture," but it was like really fucking boring and it wasn't most of it wasn't even actually Dutch. Um the worst part is she's Canadian as well, so she's teaching us about what Dutch culture is, but like I think we'd know it better than her. But anyway, there was also this guy that like makes it's called strobe waffles. It's like a sort of cookie, I guess. Um, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but he makes them for like every class that's went on the exchange. Um, and like the school hires him. Um, but of course, our class was like literally the only, well, we were like one of the last classes that went. And of course, like our teacher, um, she apparently had a personal problem with the fact that the guy charged so much for making it that she didn't want to hire him, so we didn't get to do that. Which is like really stupid because I don't know what he asked, but like Even if she asked, every single class got to do it. And she doesn't even have to pay for it herself. The school pays for it. But she has a personal problem with him, so we couldn't do it or something. I guess she is an economics teacher, so that might explain it, but it's still, like, it was really stupid. Because we were all excited for it. Like, even our Chinese teacher was like, oh yeah, if you guys are gonna make those, like, be sure to give me one. But then we just ended up not doing it because it was apparently too expensive to her. Um, but besides that, the week was kind of boring. We didn't do much. We did a lot of biking. Um, like a lot. And it was really annoying because we had to go really slow, of course, because the Spanish people didn't really bike very well. So, like, for us, like, we had to bike really fucking slow. And we had to stop, like, every few minutes because, like, we just went, like, too fast for them. And it was actually planned that, we were supposed to go to school on the day that they went on, like, a bike trip. But we complained so much that in the end, they just kind of, like, let us go because they thought that we would find it boring. And we did, but it was like if we didn't go on that bike trip, we just had to follow a day of school. So like it was way better than that. Especially because when we went to like a city with a bike and um they had like this whole tour planned or something, but there was this like I don't know like they had this whole tour planned, but like you had to do it on like Google Maps and stuff, but like barely anyone actually like had their phone with them, or at least like working Wi-Fi. So that already was like going really like fucking bad. And then when we went to like the first presentation that people were gonna hold, um there was actually a fair like really close by. So after people saw that, like half of the group just went away to go to the fair. And I think the teachers at that point just kind of gave up and sent in an actual group chat, like just yeah, let's just cancel it. No one's gonna pay attention. Have fun. Be back around this time. So that was pretty cool, but it was definitely better than following a day of school, especially since um we would have actually had school longer than they went away. So they would have actually had to like wait for us, which would have also been kind of stupid. Um Besides that, we just kind of hung out at like a lake nearby our school. When we were done with school and we just stayed there for like the rest of the day. So like the Spanish people could have fun with their Spanish people, etc., etc. Ugh. And then on the like Wednesday, like they went away like Thursday morning, and on Wednesday, they actually had like we had to prepare like a farewell dinner or something for them. Um, Basically we just had to like all make like food and we just had like well we just had to eat at school. Pretty cool. It was just like a kind of buffet. Um, and I actually made lasagna. It was like one of the first things that was like there was nothing left over in like 5 minutes or something. It went by very fast. I guess it's just because I'm such a great cook. I learned from the best at Gus. So thank you for that. Um, I'm kidding. Um, but um, um, I don't actually know what I was gonna say anymore. Oh yeah, it was like we actually had to like we had to be there at like 8 um at school for them to be picked up by the bus to go to the airport. And um fuck, it's been a while since it's actually well, it's not been a while, but I just have a terrible memory. Probably because I wanted to forget everything. Um, but like the bus came like about an hour late, which was great for us because we had to go to school like still the day of, and for like the entire day. Like it was really stupid. But the bus came late, like really late. And um like when it actually happened, we already missed like two classes. Um and like a half of another class that we didn't have to follow anymore because it was so late. So that was pretty cool. Then I'm pretty sure the class after we had like arts and crafts, and we were just able to like she just let us go outside and work on the project, which of course like no one actually did. Um I just went outside and I fell asleep. So that was pretty cool. It was really awkward though because actually when they were like leaving, everyone was saying goodbye and stuff, some hugs and stuff, you know. And my exchange partner came by for the last time, and like I was standing with my friend Lisa, and uh he actually like he was trying to give her a hug, but he held like one hand up. So I actually thought that he was giving me like a handshake. So I was like planning to give him a handshake back, but apparently he was hugging my friend. And that was really awkward. Like we laughed at it, but it was like so fucking awkward. And I was like literally dying inside. I was like, okay, this of course has to be the last experience I'm having with him. Another fucking awkward moment. I was like, oh my god, that's so classic me. Of course that's gonna happen. When we're saying goodbye. Uh, yeah. I haven't talked to him till this day. It's been like a few weeks now, and we still haven't contacted each other after this exchange. I don't think we ever will. Um, I'd still say it was a very pleasant experience because, well, I still had fun with a lot of the other exchange students. I had fun with the activities, and Barcelona itself was really cool, of course, when I went there. Oh, and his house was like way bigger than mine, so that was really cool. Like that was a huge bonus. Um, I just wished I had a different exchange partner because I could literally get along with everyone besides for him. But you can't have everything. I'm pretty sure a few friends of mine are actually planning to go in a few years to like meet up with their exchange partners because they actually have like good bonds with them. So I'm probably gonna like actually go with them. I'm just not gonna meet up with my exchange partner unless he's coming with, which I don't think he will because he has like no friends in his class. Like I recently saw like everyone like met up from the actual change group because they um like the Spanish people weren't actually all in the same class because they were able to sign up for the exchange. So it was a lot of people who actually like weren't connected or didn't know each other. So it was more of a bonding thing for them as well. And when we actually went, sorry, what I actually saw on their Instagrams that like they had like a huge diner like table with like about like 30 people or something with like all of them, besides like maybe two or three. And my exchange partner wasn't there. So that like was the last straw. Like I actually like noticed that he actually is like not friends with anyone in his class. I didn't really feel bad seeing that. I don't think that makes me a bad person because he was a bitch towards me during the exchange. So I was kind of actually happy to see like that he didn't get invited. It makes me sound like a bitch, but like if you actually were there, like all of my friends like actually properly felt bad for me because like I just got the shitty one, you know what I mean? It was just kind of annoying. But hey, um there's always a next time. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's soon enough. in a few years I can sign up for an exchange with Indonesia, which is going to be kind of interesting. And I might do that just for the fact that I get to go on a trip to Indonesia, of course, which would be completely awesome. I don't know how like good their English would be or like how my exchange partner would be, but like it just seems really cool to go to Indonesia. It's just like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Well, maybe twice, but like it's not really something you'll do, especially when you're that age. So I'm really excited for that. And, I'm still gonna have a few trips. Just maybe not exchanges like the one with Until. And that's the end of the episode, guys. I'll see you in the next one.